has never been easier to be successful, yet it has never been easier to be distracted. You know, yesterday I was with my family, right? And I love my family more than anyone. We're like sitting together, right? And I'm overhearing all the conversations, right? And the conversations are all about, politics, what happened in the news, this news reporter, this celebrity, this whatever, right? Everyone's focused on these things. They're all distracted, right? So many times I'll be with, my friends, right? So many times I'll be with my friends, at school. And all they talk about is, 6, 7, did you see this new TikTok trend? Did you see this new girl on TikTok? Did you see this new dance or whatever? And I just hear that and I'm like, man, it is so easy to win. Like, so easy. Like, ridiculously easy, bro. Like, the thing is, we always think that everyone, knows about self-improvement, and everyone knows about like the gym and reading books and, meditating, journaling, all these things. But honestly, like 99% of people are blissfully unaware. They don't know anything at all about, improving yourself, becoming the best version of themselves. And honestly, most people don't even want to become the best versions of themselves. If you've heard about Maslow's hierarchy of needs, right at the bottom you have like the physiological needs, so the needs like food and water and the basic biological needs. And then you go a step above and you have like safety, so like money and having like a home and just feeling safe, feeling protected. And then you go above and you have love and belonging, so being around a social circle, feeling loved, feeling like you belong, feeling like people actually love you, you feel like you belong. And then above that you have esteem, which is like respect and people respecting you and honoring you. And at the top you have self-actualization, which is all about self-improvement, becoming the best version of yourself. But the thing is, if you've actually seen like Maslow's hierarchy of needs, you'll understand that if you already achieve self-actualization, which is becoming the best version of yourself, that's literally what it means. It means ultimate growth and ultimate improvement of oneself. If you achieve that, you automatically achieve everything else. You automatically have esteem and respect and love and belonging, and safety and all the physiological needs. But most people are still stuck in these lower sort of levels, if that makes sense. Most people are still, they want to just feel loved and and belong to a group. Most people don't even feel safe within themselves. They don't have enough money. Most people, they need respect if they're a little bit higher and a little bit older, because Maslow's hierarchy increases with age. So basically, when you're a child, when you're a little infant, all you care about is physiological needs: food, water, having shelter, biological needs, right? Because you're helpless, you are 100% dependent on your parents. When you are a kid, all you care about is just safety, right? You want to feel safe in your home, you want to feel safe, you want to have money, and you just want to feel safe in your place. That's all you care about, that's all you need. And then when you're an adult or a teenager, all you care about is just love and belonging. You want to be accepted in this, the cool guys group. You want to be accepted in these popular guys group, right? You want to feel loved. And then when you're like in your 30s and in your 40s, you want to feel respect and esteem, right? You want to feel respected. And then when you achieve everything, then you go to the highest level of the pyramid, which is self-actualization, which is becoming the best version of yourself. But here is the thing: when you need self-actualization, you automatically get everything else. When you need and obsess over self-improvement, you will get everything you want. You will get respect, you will get love and belonging, you will get, everything you need comes from self-improvement. And I honestly believe self-improvement will solve 99% of all of your problems. Like, I'm not even exaggerating. It will solve 99% of all your problems. So you are at level 5, right? You are at the highest level of the pyramid, while most people are still at level 2, 3, maybe 4, right? And that's your competition. Like, that's your competition. People who all they care about, like the highlight of their day is hating on someone on Instagram. You know, people who are addicted to video games, all they care about is the new video game that came out, or look at this TV show or this movie. You know, people who all they care about is, you know, eating junk food on the couch while watching a movie with their fat belly coming out, breathing from their mouth breathers. That's your competition. That's your competition, bro. Like, the weakest people in history. They're watching porn, they're masturbating, they're following, you know, OnlyFans models. That's your competition, bro. If you just put a little bit of effort, you'll run through all these fucking guys, man. I promise you, man, if you put just a little bit of effort, just a little bit, you will dominate all of these people. You will dominate all these losers. You'll become a savage. You'll become a savage. You'll run through all these people, man. These people who don't even work out, who don't even take care of themselves, who are so distracted. Like, you know, people who are chasing college degrees and believe in a system that's extremely outdated, that was created in the 1800s just to create factory workers. Right? Like, that's your competition, man. People who watch gossiping and gaming videos, like people who haven't even hit puberty, man. It is so easy to win for you and me, man. Like, it is so easy to win. Like, it has never been easy. But I believe Iman Gadzi said this, but we're in a space and we're in a bubble of like self-improvement, you know, making money, you know, going to the gym, you know, becoming the best version of yourself, becoming, you know, actually like desired by women, right? Becoming the best version of yourself. And the whole world are just completely unaware of this. Like, we are, I hate to say this because this is just so like outdated, but really we are the 1%. Like, if you look at it statistically, like, how many millionaires are there? Right? How many people read books? How many people go to the gym? How many people meditate? How many people journal? Not a lot, right? Now, how many people do that all together? Probably like 1%. Now, how many do that all together for like 5 to 10 years? Probably like 1 in a million, right? Like, very, very rare. But that's why we get everything. It's Pareto's principle. It's 80-20. Right? The 20% get 80%. This is true with money. This is even true with women, because women are hypergamous, right? Women always want the best men. And we are the top 20% of men, the top best men. Or at least we're becoming these men. So yeah, I'm telling you, man, like, it has never been easier to win, to be great, to achieve anything you want. It has never been easier to be successful in anything. Like, most people, they say, oh, I'm too tired. Oh, yeah, they have all these excuses, man. All these excuses. Like, are you gonna let these excuses ruin your dreams? Really, man? You're gonna sacrifice your dreams just because it's too cold outside? Just because you're too tired? Just because you feel like You don't want to wake up. And the thing is, most people will. Most people will sacrifice their dreams for comfort. And it makes complete sense, because the first principle of psychology is pain avoidance. Basically, every single thing we do ever is to avoid pain. It's to avoid getting into pain. It's to avoid discomfort. But the thing is, delayed gratification. Those who, instead of running away from pain, who have the guts to go after pain, to go after discomfort, to go after the hard times, they are the people who get everything they want from life. Like people think pain is this bad thing that God created, that just ruins the world, and it's just this bad thing that we all should avoid. But if we really look at it, and if you look at any philosophy, if you look at any religion, and if you actually look at what pain is, it's the most valuable thing in the world. Pain. Investing in pain, running after pain. And really the only thing that separates 99% of people from the 1%, it's instant and delayed gratification. That's it. That's it. The 99%, they do everything that feels really, really good right now, but sucks later and makes your life worse in the long run. They do short-term pleasure for long-term pain. Something like porn, it feels very good and pleasurable, but then it destroys your life. It makes you unable to speak to women. It makes you this weak man. Something like eating junk food. It tastes really good, right? It tastes really good on your taste buds, right? But it destroys your health. It destroys your physical, your mental health. Like, people don't understand how bad junk food is for your mental health. It literally makes you dumber. It literally makes you unable to focus. It destroys your energy. Something like playing video games. It feels really good right now and it's so pleasurable, but it wastes so much time. It makes you addicted to something that doesn't even matter in reality. Video games destroy your mental health. And the thing is, I was from the 99%. I was a loser. I was a weak man. I was weak. And I honestly wanted to kill myself. I wanted to take my life. If it wasn't for God and for self-improvement, I wouldn't be speaking to you right now. Honestly, I'm being dead serious. Because I felt like I have so much more, and all these things are just making my life suck. When I was 11 and 12, when I was very young, I had like so much shame and guilt from all these things. These things, it's kind of like, I felt all the pleasure and the comfort, and now I'm feeling all of the downsides and all of the bad from these things, from video games, from porn, from junk food. Plus, I had so much trauma from bullying and things I'm not gonna really talk about in this video. So I genuinely wanted to kill myself, honestly. God and self-improvement, man. God and self-improvement are what saved me. And now that I got onto the 1% who actually invest in delayed gratification, who do the hard work, especially when they don't feel like it, who invest in hard times, who go after pain, because they know that at the end of pain is success. At the end of pain is what you really want. At the end of pain is greatness. And the people who have achieved everything they ever wanted were no smarter than any one of us. They weren't smarter than me and you. They were just regular, normal people. But they invested in delayed gratification. They did the hard work now and got all the greatness and got all the good things later. You do the work now, and after years, you get everything you want. And that's that's literally it. You either do short-term pleasure for long-term pain, or you do short-term pain for long-term pleasure. That's it. Like going to the gym, I know it feels so hard and it's discomfort. It literally tears your muscles. It's so like uncomfortable, right? But it makes you very attractive to women. It makes you healthy. It makes you love your life. It improves your mental health. It makes you a strong man. You know, something like meditation, it's so boring and it sucks, right? Because it's very boring in the beginning. But then it improves your mental health. It makes you happy. It makes you present. It makes people like you more. You know, something like reading, it's boring, man. No one reads in this generation. But the people who actually do read have a massive competitive advantage over everyone else. Because they will run the world. They will inherit the world. Because knowledge is power. Bro, I cannot tell you how happy I became and how grateful I became and how present and how attractive even I became when I got into self-improvement. It changed my life, man. Like, I didn't even know that, you know, happiness like this existed because of how long I was, you know, depressed and anxious. I didn't even know that I could be this happy and this fulfilled. And that's why I'm making this channel, bro. I want to get as many young men or as many people onto self-improvement because it changed my life and I want to change everyone else's life. And, you know, as much as I say like, hey man, like it's so easy to win and, you know, most people are or whatever, but it honestly breaks my heart. It breaks my heart because I see like all these young men, you know, wasting their time on video games that are useless. They're completely useless. Like, they're like, oh, I reached level 100, so does that make any difference in your life? No, it doesn't. It's completely meaningless. You have this masculine, purposeful drive, and you're wasting it in garbage, honestly. In something that's useless. Like when you have your children and when you have your future wife, when you tell your children, hey, I reached level 1 on RuneScape, level 100, or will you tell them, I built an empire, I changed people's lives, I became the man I wanted to become, I became the best father for you, I became the best husband for you. You know, so many young men wasting their breath on useless content, wasting their time, wasting their energy, wasting their sexual energy on porn and fapping, right? It breaks my heart, man, I'm telling you, like it just hurts me. Like seeing all these young men with so much potential and just wasting it and just putting it aside. It has never been easier, man, to achieve anything you want. And why not? Why not see how smart you can become, how intelligent you can become? Why not see how attractive you can be and how desired you can be by women? Why not see how great of a future husband you can be for your future wife? Why not become the best father for your children? Why not become as jacked as possible? Why not, you know, work on your mental health as much as possible? You know, I'll actually tell you a little story here. So when YouTube first was created, right, when it first came out, I believe in the early 2000s, no one really wanted to use it, right? No one really wanted to watch it. And they were getting like very low engagement. So what they did was they actually got news onto YouTube, but they made it so that it was very eye-catching and very eye-grabbing and very attention grabbing, right? And very intense. So like, you know, this rocket launcher, this war, whatever, right? But just very like suspenseful, and you know, like designed to grab your attention. And their audience just skyrocketed. Like YouTube became one of the most downloaded platforms on the entire internet. And I think Facebook did the same thing as well, right? That's it. Like, and it worked, honestly. Like most people I see are like talking about politics and whatever, and it just I never understood it, bro. Like I never understood this, you know, talking about politics or this new video game or whatever. Like I just never understood it. Like you're gonna waste all this time and all this energy on nonsense, on something you can't even control. You know, the politics of your country, it's something it's impossible for you to control. You can't control it at all. Something that doesn't even matter. Instead of achieving your dreams, instead of getting everything you want out of life, instead of, you know, getting the wife you want, instead of getting the children you want, instead of becoming the person you want to be, you're gonna waste that on nonsense. It blows my mind, man. Like so many people live as, exactly like Luke Belmar said, as comfortable slaves. It just blows my mind, man. But again, it is so easy to win. Like it all comes back to this quote by Alex Hormozi, which is, it has never been easier to be successful, but at the same time, it has never been easier to be distracted. And it's your choice. Instant gratification or delayed gratification. And as always, we're in this together, and we will make it.